Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBS in Denver and CBSDenver.com. Time for a few more minutes with our Xfinity Monday Live guest, former Broncos linebacker Todd Davis. Nice enough to join us tonight. Todd, we talked about retirement on the show. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I didn't ask you on the show. But when did you kind of realize, hey, you know what, man, maybe it's time for me to step away? Because I think your retirement kind of came out of the blue for some people.
Yeah, for me it was just all the time that I had when free agency started. There was a lot of time that I had that I thought I would be getting the call, didn't necessarily get the calls that I thought. And I had a lot of time to plan what was next for me. You start thinking about the end game when the phone's not ringing as much. So by the time that the Giants called and the contract was what it was, and I realized what it means for Todd Davis to prepare for the season and prepare for a game, I started thinking about all the things I had started preparing for in the offseason. So that's kind of what spun everything together.
Yeah. Todd, I'm looking at the footballs behind you there, and I see I see a Cowboys one. I see some other ones. Oh, the Cardinals touchdown. Who can forget that? I also see the Super Bowl 51. Take me back to that night and that moment in San Francisco, obviously kind of close to where you grew up. Super Bowl 50 champs. You got the confetti coming down on the field, man. What was that like? And did you have any clue at that time, Todd, that it would be the last Super Bowl that you won?
Not at all. That was my second year in the league. I'm like, oh, we do this every year. Like, Super Bowl is just something we do. No, I didn't. I definitely didn't think it was going to be my only one. But it was an amazing night for me. Just from the start of it to the end, being able to be named as the captain and be out there with Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware. I mean, you talk about Hall of Fame players, and I'm lining up next to him as the captain. That was huge for me. And then the night as a whole, just us winning the game the way we did, it just felt great. And then to have my whole family there and a lot of people from Sacramento State were there, so it was just an all-around great time for me.
When you look back at that season, Todd, how do you think it prepared you for the seasons to come? Because it was after that year that you really kind of stepped up into an even bigger leadership role on that team.
It allowed me to learn from the best. I think if you have leaders on your team that you can learn from on how to lead and how to be the guy for the team, it allows you to prepare when it's your turn. So, you know, like I said, having DeMarcus Ware there and Peyton Manning, and we just had so many vets on that team who really knew how to come to work every day, to work hard, and they knew what it took to win. So that's the mentality I feel like I tried to embody. And that's what I learned from them to be able to do what I did the rest of my career.
Yeah, well, I can tell you from the outside watching, you did a great job doing that, and were a fantastic guy to interview when you were playing, and I'm looking forward to doing more of these interviews now that your playing career is behind you, but I know better days, it's some really fun days are ahead, I should say that for sure. Todd Davis, our guest tonight. Todd, thanks for hanging out with us, man. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much. Sounds good.
All right. Hey, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for logging on to CBSDenver.com and CBS in Denver.